I'm Black Spider Guy Vice. I'm Black Spider Guy Vice on all platforms. I've been talking about dating and relationships for about 9 years now. Been on podcasts all over the world, been debating people for a long time. I talk about fitness, financial goals, feminism, and just men working on trying to live the best life they can with what they have.
Okay, I like that.
You can follow me anywhere. Black Spider Guy Advice.
Yeah, Carter, introduce yourself too, Carter. Introduce and tell them what you do, all that.
I'm Carter Harvey. I'm a Twitch streamer, IRL, you feel me? I clip farm like big streamers like AMP, Clover. You can follow me, like just it's literally my Carter Harvey with 2 Y's. Like that's it. Feel me? I'm a ladies man too. Alright, let me just stop.
Okay.
Just stop, gang. Just stop.
Cheeto,
Just stop, gang.
introduce yourself. Tell them where they can follow you at, man.
Instagram _422 and my TikTok is _Camilla.422. And yeah.
Yeah, go follow her, everybody. Yes. Faith, introduce yourself, man.
Hey y'all, it's Faye Teresa. You can find me on YouTube, Faye Teresa 4515, as well as Instagram, Teresa Yang 4 underscores, and TikTok, Teresa Yang 2 A's under Teresa 5.
Also, I don't know who just joined because there's so many people. I can't tell. Oh, Diamond joined. But yes. Ayana, introduce yourself. Tell them where they can follow you at.
Hello, my name is Ayana. Y'all go follow me on Instagram _ it's your girl Yana with 2 A's. Also follow me on TikTok _ it's your girl Yana. So
Like that. Dang, what's your name with the dang, y'all all got black shirt on. Naked with the black shirt, long hair, earrings, bow earrings. You got the app. You know what I'm talking about. You got that? Yeah, you.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Nikita. You can find me on Instagram at Nikits. Same thing on TikTok. You can also follow my app. It's datebetter.app. I created an app. It's a data intelligence platform for women. So it helps you detect red flags, screenshot uploads, analysis, helps you write your texts, does everything for you. It's relationship bestie in your pocket.
Oh, so you just catch people cheating, basically. You catch people cheating?
I mean, yeah, you're basically cooked.
Damn, I need to stay away from her then. Please.
I like that app.
Yeah, please, ladies and gentlemen, hey, if you're trying to cheat, don't let your girlfriend out about this app. Please don't. If you trying to cheat the right way.
No, the love bombers are cooked. Like,
oh, they cooked, man. The little bombers are freaking cooked. Yeah, Dami, introduce yourself. Yeah. Tell them where they can follow you at and stuff, Dami.
I'm Diamond. You can follow me on TikTok and other social media platforms, and Diamond Ilani.
Dom, you got a new setup. It seemed like, what the heck? You upgraded on me like that?
Yeah, I got a little new setup.
Okay, she got the 2 monitors I can see. You got the update. She a streamer too. She streams on TikTok. Mia, introduce yourself. My good friend Mia, introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. My name is Mia. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Francesca Mia Gomez, or if you want, you can follow me on TikTok at Ilos Mia. And I'm very happy to be here having good conversations.
Also, who else? Rich, introduce yourself.
My name's Destiny. Hi, Destiny. My name. I said that already. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. I'm a pole dancer from Houston, and y'all can follow me on Instagram. MISS Destiny with a Y, Alicia LORSSIAA.
So, hey, can some of these men throw some money on you or something? Can they?
Can they? Are they?
Ah, shit! I got you. Hold up.
Oh, he got you. Hold up. Let's see if you can
Yeah.
Pull out the bag.
Shit, gang. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. I got my money in this room. Like, no. This is like my stream room. Like, I keep my money like somewhere else. Feel me? I keep my money somewhere else.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You got a personal bank or something? Because I don't know where your money at, bro.
I can't.
Here we go,
I'll
girl.
throw some money
Here
on
we
you.
go.
Oh, she throwing the
Here we go.
money.
Here we go. Some money.
Yes,
Put her up
Adriana.
Dang, she make you look bad, Carter. That's crazy. She's showing out. That's insane, man. But yeah, man.
I
Behavior.
got you.
Introduce yourself. Behavior. Tell them where they can follow you at.
Hey, I go by Rogue, and you can follow me on Instagram. You go by Rogue Behavior.
Mm-hmm.
See y'all there.
Yep. See y'all there. Tasia, introduce yourself. Tell them where they can follow you at.
What's poppin', you guys? It's your girl Tasia, the one that's always hype. Can't turn me down. You can follow me at TikTok at Tasia_did it, or on my IG at _Natasia_.
Who else? Precious, introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, y'all can find me on everything at VVS Precious with 2 S's or on IG at VVS Precious _. I make like beauty content most of the time, more like relatable lifestyle content. But yeah, y'all can follow me at VVS Precious _ on IG.
Faith, did I get you yet? Faith, did I?
Yes, but I forgot to say I make beauty content. I make trolling content, a lot of trolling content, music, model, whatever.
Where they can follow you at, Faith? Can you shout yourself out so they can know where to follow you?
Yang 4_, Teresa Yang 4_. The link is in my bio to the YouTube channel. Teresa Yang 4_.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yep. After the stream, I'm gonna leave everybody social media in the description. So I'm gonna have everybody send that social media after that. But besides that, man, how everybody doing today? Everybody doing a good job? I say good job. I don't know why I said
Good.
that. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody?
So
No, I think you got everybody, Rainey.
That's cool. That's cool because there's a lot of people in here. But I'm gonna start off with the first subject, man. It's gonna be, shout out to the people in the stream right now. Hit that like button and please subscribe, y'all. But besides that, we're not gonna go in order, but we're gonna just start off with this, okay? Because we're gonna start with the relationship. We're gonna start off with that. All right. What are y'all ladies' views on OnlyFans? Do you think it's a good thing for women to have? Do you agree with people having OnlyFans? How do y'all feel about girls with OF?
Whoa.
I believe
Go ahead, Jonna.
I believe that if you're in a predicament where you need to financially get ahead and you're in a position where you have to, go for it because you can't knock it. You have to survive and people need to make money. So like if that's something that you need fast money, you need money now, or you need to build something for yourself and that's the way it needs to be for temporarily at the moment, I don't judge it.
Okay.
That's my take.
I want to know, Black Spotty, what do you feel about that? What you just said on that? Do you think you need to do OnlyFans if you really down bad? What do you think people can go to?
I think that
you have like 5 kids. You have fucking 5
think-
kids to
hold on,
feed, 4 kids.
hold on.
You need
Hold on.
a part-time job's not gonna cut it.
I think that at the end of the day, there are certain things that you shouldn't sell or shouldn't have a price. I think that especially if you're a traditional individual or if you're trying to be in a relationship or plan on being in a marriage, I think that certain things shouldn't just do. I've been down and out before. There are plenty of systems that are out there that can help you with food, housing, and what have you. So I don't think that you should go about doing that, especially since it's an oversaturated market. The average individual is not going to be making a lot by selling feet pics or body pics anyway. I don't think that selling your body for $200 a month is a great idea. I just think there's just so many ways to make money. You can get a guard card, be a freaking security guard somewhere. When I didn't have any money, I just went to a barbershop and was like, yo, can I just sweep the floor? And I got paid. I just think there are better avenues to go about creating money. So that's just my take on it.
What if they body's tea though? What if they got nice bodies and stuff? Then what? They got
that doesn't matter. I feel like for women, like
It shouldn't even
sometimes
matter if your body is tea or not, because I mean you're selling yourself as a product on the internet, and it's like why would you go about doing that? Especially if like you want to be in love with somebody, you want to have somebody you care that you care about, you want to have that traditional bond and connection. It's like why would you give that to everybody for $15 when you should give that to somebody you actually care about? The world shouldn't see what's supposed to be seen in private.
Yeah, that makes sense. Any girl do OF in here? Raise her hand. Any girl, any woman. I mean, anybody? Nobody do OF.
That's
in here.
good.
not everybody, now y'all coming in hot talking about you're a product and then being like, does anybody do OnlyFans? Anybody?
Hey.
I mean, if you're selling a product and the product is you're a product. So I mean, it is
Yeah,
what
you
it
can
is.
sell your stuff right now. So if you do OF, raise my hand. Don't lie. Nobody? Okay, nobody.
If you're gonna do it, be proud of it.
Yeah, be proud of it though.
This is how I see it. I feel like I agree with both perspectives, but I feel like sometimes some women may not have a choice. Maybe they don't have housing available. Maybe there aren't food options available. I feel like because even then, within certain places, like I live in Houston, that's very saturated. People are constantly on that. And I feel like sometimes
And
if
you
you
don't
have
get
to
it
do
right
what you
away.
have to do, yeah, if you have to do what you have to do, I agree. There are a million other ways to make money. But I feel like we can't really get mad at the women that are making money from OnlyFans when there's a whole market of men that are looking for women that are making OnlyFans. Like, I think that's something that we need to talk about on a deeper level is that like the lustful men that are actually consuming the
The buyer of
OnlyFans
the drugs
content in
and the
the first
creator of the
place.
drug.
The consumer and the buyer.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like
both
that's kind of the deeper issue
Mhm.
than women producing content and making money from it. Because why is this even such a large? Because I feel like our content, like I feel like content now is very overly sexualized and it's very like normalized as well. So why is there even such a big market for it in the first place? So like we need to kind of.
Men are predisposed to the female body. I mean, men are drawn to the female body. Sex sells, right? So if I have an app and I have
Well,
a
there's
lot of
always a
traffic,
market for it.
right? So I'm gonna be able to get more views. I'm gonna be able to sell more ad space. The business is gonna grow. We're humans. Men are drawn to women. So that's just how that is. So if you want to eliminate men going after that, now obviously men do hold a huge amount of accountability when it comes to buying the content. I tell my followers all the time, buying that garbage, but at the same time, just as much as the individual buying it, the one that supplies it is just at fault, just as bad or just as at fault
Yeah,
because
and I
you've created
agree.
a framework for those people to then get their fix. So it's both have the same amount of weight. I feel when it comes to it being out there. So
However, I will say if you have to do it, don't let anyone make you feel bad. If you have to do it, be smart about it. Do it very strategically. Don't think that it's gonna be because I feel like a lot of people are seeing it like, okay, this is like a get rich quick escape scheme. Don't do that. Like, you don't think that you're gonna be like everybody else making multi-millions of dollars because, like he did say, selling your body and having your body on the internet for years and years and years for the rest of your life for $15, $200 a month, it's not worth it.
It's not.
So definitely think about it, beforehand. But we can't knock somebody.
What you gotta say, Carter?
Why can't you?
Wait.
Why can't you just like you feel me? Why can't you just like go to the club? Pop that shit over there, or like go on the side of the street, pop that shit over there. Cause like you gotta understand, there's like little kids out here that they be on the internet too on some shit. So it's like
yeah, they do.
But why put yourself in danger? And
Why
put
put yourself in a situation for that?
But it's like
exactly.
money is money, gang. Is it not?
I want
What you gotta say, Rich?
That's a bad.
Yeah, but you don't compromise your safety for that either.
But you're
Like,
also
why would you-
doing that, but you're also compromising other people's safety. Like, let's say they're not protecting themselves or something like that is the case. Like, sex trafficking is a very big thing in a lot of major cities in the U.S. Then on top of that, STD rates are a very high thing in the U.S. Like, why even compromise that? I feel like if you can be at the safety of your own place and do it without spreading STDs or increasing sex trafficking, do it from your home. It's much safer.
I gotta say, don't say the S word no more. Nobody say the S word.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, Rich, what you gotta say?
Wait. What word?
The SE.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah. I was gonna say before, because I know y'all got some more questions. I know all y'all want to speak. I'm gonna let everybody speak. I have a question. I'm gonna ask everybody individual. I'm just letting y'all know. But Rich, what do you have to say? Because it looked like you had something to say. What you was finna say, Rich, before everybody cut you off. Can she hear me? I don't know if she can hear me, Rich.
Oh, you keep calling me Rich. My name is Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny. Yeah, yeah. I'm going off.
Yeah, my bad. No, I was gonna say. What was I about to say? As somebody that actually is in the sex work industry, I don't do OnlyFans. I don't do porn or anything. I just be dancing. I really am a brand ambassador for a pole gym. So if anything, I'm just working out on the pole. But on a good day, a good night, when I feel like getting cute or whatever, I might go to the club and make some money like that. But I feel like, why not go strip? Like, if you want to be like doing that, why not just go do that? Why do you have to play with your coochie or whatever? Like, I don't know. That's just kind of how I think of it. I'm not judging nobody. And then also kind of what the other girl had said. It was like, if that's what you got to do, then go do it. But I also think like it's also kind of a mental health thing. Like, I just think that there are other options out there. You don't have to do that. Maybe you were brought up like that. Maybe you think that was the only way and you're too deep into it. Because I know girls that are just really deep into like stripping, and that's how they make their money and stuff. So it might be the same for OnlyFans, and even some strippers do have OnlyFans too. So I mean, it's really not my business. I know I don't do it because I'm just not trying to exploit myself that way. But
Yeah. I got a good question for everybody. Everybody's gonna be able to answer this question. Everybody gonna have a talk on this. I'm gonna ask everybody. Adriana probably left because her camera was having issues, but she'll be back. But I'm gonna start with you, Black Spidey, because you're at the top of my list right now. Do you feel like guys and girls can be friends with the opposite sex in a relationship? And tell me why. Do you feel that?
You mean a friendship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as one isn't attracted to the other, but most likely no. Because I can't say, I used to, when I was in college, have a lot of friends that were female. Because I was a DJ, and I ended up either sleeping with them.
Yeah, don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Or it ended up becoming really weird because we're drinking, and then I think your kind of cute would come up, and it's like, oh, okay, now this is kind of. So, at the end of the day, bro, I always say man was made to mate with woman. And if I'm getting close to you, I'm going to eventually see you in that way in some form. I'd rather just stay away from it. Now, I'm sure there's some people that can do it. I'm sure there are people that have done it. But most of the time, those people get married. Like, I know a dude who was shooting his shot at this girl for 10 years, bro. And they got married.
Damn, gang.
10 years.
He was really
sound like shit. I ain't gonna lie, that could never be me.
I'm just saying, like, men will be in the friend zone for years, especially if they've never been with women before, because they think this woman is like a godly woman or whatever. But they'll finally get her once she's done doing what she wants to do, and she's like, finally, I guess I'll give you a shot, and then they get married. So I really don't think so. It can happen.
That is not true.
Wait,
that is not true. Yes and no.
Have male friends. You can totally have male friends. I have so many platonic male friends that I've never had any type of relationship with that I truly.
You think so?
I had friends that were in the friend zone for like over 10 years, and believe me, they did wait. And we're not together.
I think that's kind of cap though. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Both experiences. I've had an experience like where I had male friends and they did always end up seeing me that way. But recently I have made male friends, like platonic male friends. And I swear these friends have treated me better than my girl relationships ever have. They have so much respect. I feel like you have to have mutual respect for each other. Whether like I feel like attraction or whatever, that doesn't even matter. As long as you have mutual respect, and for your friendship also, most importantly, like you won't even think about that kind of stuff, you know? Like,
so all the women in the chat right now that have great guy friends and stuff, I'm sure that those relationships are fantastic, and I'm sure that some of the best. I have 10 guy friends. I'm sure you do, because I talk to those guys, and most of those guys want to hit, but I can't, and just choose to just stay in those. They just choose to stay there because they're like, well, I can't get her, but I can at least text her and be her support, and they get their attention from the girl they like by being in that zone. So I've had girls tell me,
Okay. So like,
and then we
but
call the dude up. Dude's like, yo, yeah, I would hit if I could. So I mean, again, I'm sure that they're great relationships. I'm sure they're great friendships. But most of the time, men do want to hit. They just don't tell you.
Uh-huh.
I
that's what I'm
think
saying. So like, you think? I feel like if a nigga, if a nigga gonna sling that shit, he gonna sling it. But if a girl gonna pop it, she gonna pop it. So like, it go both ways. I'm gonna just keep it stacked, bro. It's like, come on, like we all know how guys work. Like they really just trying to get in it. You feel me?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, we are.
okay.
Like I said, I'm letting y'all talk. I want to know, Tasia, what's your opinion on this, Tasia? What's your opinion on this? Because I'm gonna let everybody talk, but what's your opinion on what they just said, Tasia? What you can say about that?
I will say nowadays it is a lot harder for men and women to be friends unless you guys are meeting in like she said, a mutual respect type of area. Like if you guys are meeting at work or maybe at the gym, then you can build a friendship on that. A lot of guys do nowadays. They don't really talk to women unless they see that or feel that they can get them. So yeah, they may wait. Some may wait and think, okay, this girl's eventually gonna give me a chance. Some may not and kind of just fall off as a friendship. I'm sure we've all had guys who like we think we're gonna be friends with and they don't really express it right away. But once they see that you're not giving that interest to them, then they kind of just fall off silently. I think if you've had like a friend for like a long time, like growing up as kids, it's a lot easier, especially like in certain cultures, I will say it's a lot easier for people to have more respect and more understanding of like the male and the female friendship relationship. A lot of dudes who I will say like, how do I say it? I don't want to say like black guys or whatever, but a lot of those guys aren't looking for female friends. They just want to get a female that they can bag on and do whatever, like, so if they see you as easy, then they're going to come and talk to you. Like a lot of guys nowadays aren't really approaching girls to be friends. So if it's not inside the workplace or if it's not like, oh, getting coffee or something like that, or you haven't known them since your childhood, like it is a lot harder.
Yeah. And I was going to say, if every... what you going to say, Black Spotty?
No, I would just say because she said there's no dudes going up to girls just trying to be friends. I don't know any dude that's like, yo, you see that girl over there? I'm gonna make her my friend. I don't know any guy.
Yeah, you don't see no guys doing that.
That actually happened to me though. That actually happened to me. Like I met one of my friends.
You gotta do a
I
test.
was at my
Do a
apartment.
test. My man broke up with me. Will you come snuggle with me? And he gonna be.
No,
Yeah.
but he's not like that. My friend, like I
he
literally
cat
met
gang.
him.
I'm gonna just keep it a stack, bro. He
But
really
he's
just trying to get in it,
not
bro.
like that.
He's just trying to get in it, bro.
Literally
honest,
bonded
respect,
over
gang.
me liking somebody and him liking somebody. Like he doesn't even. I feel like if you don't have attraction in that way, and like I said, a mutual respect. Like I literally met him when he was door dashing at my apartment, so it was super random. It wasn't like I was on a dating app or on Instagram, and somebody slid into whoever's DMs. Like it was just very random. Like I actually feel like God sent me this person in my life because he's been such an amazing friend to me, and I know for a fact he doesn't want to sleep with me.
He sent you
I
some
know for a
food,
fact-
Precious, and he gonna send you some D
I have a
too.
question.
No, that's like.
No,
What's your
he's such
question?
an
man?
amazing friend, like genuinely.
Yeah.
So,
I had a really good
feel?
guy friend, and I had a really good guy friend, and I think we really remained friends because I technically wasn't his type. Like he liked
That
bigger
too,
white girls,
yes.
So if you're not like they like see more when you're just a pretty female, like in general, because some guys really don't have types. Some guys are like, I'll just whatever, I'll do whatever. So you got to understand that point too. If you're not somebody's type, it's just our generation and like the times now. It's just more easy access, and a lot of guys feel like they have a lot of access to women, so they're not really looking to be friends. They're looking to do what they want to do and get that done and over with because they got their guy friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mia,
I'm trying to make a bunch of girlfriends, but I mean, all right.
Yeah. Mia, what can you say about this? I'm gonna let everybody speak, but don't make it a long talk, y'all. Well, Mia, what can you say about that? What's your opinion on that, Mia?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a great question. I see all sides of it. I have had guy friends that I've grown up with that have been very respectful, very platonic, nothing nasty, nothing like that. But I will say that I tend to only have gay guy friends. because I feel more comfortable with that. But it's also interesting to hear from like a man's perspective as well, like the saying that they could try and get to you as the underlying cause of it, maybe being your friends, but maybe them being your friends. But I don't know. I feel like it is possible for a man and a woman to be strictly platonic. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Cheeto, what can you say, Cheeto?
I feel like it's
Yeah, Cheeto. I'm gonna let everybody go. Cheeto, what can you say?
We can't see both sides for sure, but I've experienced myself that I meet like this guy on like a friendship level. Yeah, we're cool and stuff. Literally, I was like like I have like this one experience. I literally was like goddamn 15. I thought he was like my best friend. Next thing you know, he texted me, "Hey, I've always liked you." How are you gonna like ruin the friendship like that? Like you knew I didn't like you. Try to become friends with a guy, and you never know what you're gonna like expect out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd rather just like stay away from guy friends just to avoid any confusion.
Yeah, true. And Mia, they say you're a red flag too, though. They say you're a red flag maybe because you said it's about being friends with gay guys. They say you're a red flag too in the comments section.
I have the majority of like gay guy friends too, and I feel like they show me a lot of love. Like I don't see anything like red flaggy about that. Like because you can be, it's like having a girly. Like you just connect with who you connect with. You know what I'm saying? I don't see like a red flag with that, but I do think you can have a platonic relationship with an opposite sex. I think especially if you're in a relationship and like your partner actually likes your friend, like I think that also works out well too. It's just rare because we have a lot of like Tasia said, there's a lot of access to women, and it goes both ways. Really, it can go both ways, but there's so much access, there's so much like sliding into the DMs and like all the dating apps and whatever. So like you all kind of get to have like a slice of the pie and do what you want to do. But I think it is rare when you find those relationships, hold on to them because they're very precious and special and great.
Yeah, Chad said that's a red flag. Chad says red flag, but Nikshi, what can you say? Nikshi, what can you say about what you know?
I mean, I think it comes down to emotional intelligence too, right? And like emotional maturity. Like I have friends. Let me give you guys a great example. My friend, he's married. I'm friends with him. I'm friends with his wife. He's helped me a lot with my business. I threw the other night a birthday dinner for another guy friend who's a platonic friend. Everyone is so emotionally mature and intelligent that like it doesn't even cross anybody's mind that there's like something more than platonic there. So I think it just comes down to individual relationships.
Yeah. What can you say about?
We know.
Wait, what did you say, Black Spidey?
I'm just saying, as far as we know, man, because I've been in people's phones before, like, and I've met people at churches, different places, just to prove a point.
Phone. Ain't nothing there.
He's saying like on the guy side, like you never know if your two guy friends are talking to each other, like, oh, I really find her beautiful. You think I should say anything or not? And they're secretly
I've been in group chats.
I don't think so. I
This
mean,
day and age, guys
I
are
don't think in
going
this
after
case.
their guy friends. So I don't even think it matters. Like this day and age, guys are like more obsessed with their homies than they are with their actual girlfriends. Girlfriend or girlfriend. Like I don't think that really matters either.
That's BS.
Yeah, I know. We not in Atlanta, y'all. So I don't know what you're talking about. We're not in Atlanta.
Y'all be liking y'all homies more. So then the girlfriends or the girlfriends.
And like low key because they want to hang out with their bros who are going to affiliate because they understand what it's like to be a man. Why do you want to hang out with these other guys that know what it's like being a guy when you can hang out with me, a girl? It's like, bro, it's like I love you obviously, but I want to hang out with my bros. They understand where I'm coming from. Yeah. They don't love them more than you. They just appreciate the other perspective. But girls would be like, that's DL. But then you hang out with your girlfriends and it's not treated the same. It's just so weird, bro.
Yeah, y'all kissing on each other, giving each other lap dances and everything.
I'm gonna keep it
looking at it from that perspective, though. I'm just saying, like, from a realistic perspective, that men do actually, like, I feel like going back to the original topic, like, if you're on a platonic level, like, some men are going with their guy friends and really, like, hitting it up. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think it's just emotional.
You gotta look at their patterns, though, as well. Like, if you gotta see their pattern group and how their friendship group is, because if they have friends that enable their behavior, then more than likely, then they're doing the same. You know.
What can you say about this,
Exactly.
Ayana? What can you say
And
about
if
what
you
they
have
say?
a friend group that's a bunch of enablers, well, then your man is probably not the best either.
Yeah.
Because your man's probably gonna wanna um follow the freaking ducks or follow the crowd and shit. So
Yeah.
Vice versa. Vice versa.
True. Ayana, what can you say about this? About the conversation? What can you say, Ayana?
So I do have a lot of guy friends, and like all of them are very platonic. It's not like a lot of guy friends that I have.
You just
I
said
know
you
they
just had a
trying
lot of
to
guy
crack,
friends.
bro. Like,
You just
keep
lied.
it real,
You
bro.
lied.
I
You
know
said
they
you had a
trying
lot
to
of-
hit, gang.
Oh my
I know
god,
they
no,
tryna
it's not
hit,
like
bro.
that.
Like,
It's not like that.
I'm gonna just keep it a
No, but
stack. I'm gonna just because let me say something. Let me say something from you feel me? I wouldn't say I'm a man yet, but like I'm in the process. Hey, gang, let me just tell you, bro. Them niggas is trying to hit, bro. Like I'm gonna just keep it a stack with you, gang.
I'm telling you, all of my
Just
guy
keep it
friends.
up.
No, they're not. They're not.
Sure
But no,
thing.
let me finish though. So my guy friends, I mostly meet them like at college. All of them are platonic. Like I
Yeah,
don't
they
see
trying
them
to hit,
in
gang.
no other way. I don't like they don't see me in no other way. Like I feel like I'd be like one of the bros like in the group. That's how I be feeling when I'm with them.
That's actually
But
one of the best girls.
I do like, but I do have like a guy best friend.
I think what I hate about this is none of my questions are being used. Like, I gave questions that were completely neutral. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to use them. And then he starts with this question, and I'm like so confused right now. That's why I'm kind of in a daze. And I'm kind of just like, I don't even know how to interact with this group. Like, I have no clue. Right. Well, my opinion on it is I don't mind having guy friends. All my guy friends see me as sisters, is what I was going to say. People who sleep with their friends clearly have no discipline, or like they're never been friends to begin with. But yeah, I kind of want to leave this because this was not what he said this was going to be. He told me this was going to be about us talking about ICE. It was going to be us talking about... Wait, what? He said I hate everything about this. But yeah, we were supposed to talk about ICE. We were supposed to get a little political. We were supposed to talk about anime, Black History Month. Like, those were all the questions that I had for this live, and it's not even what it is. I mean, I'm cool with Rainy, but the problem is when I suggest anything that would boost his content and really bring real views, he gets too hung up on content like this. Like, I definitely have checked out of the conversation, for sure. Facts. But yeah, the problem that I have with content like that is when he doesn't follow the questions that, like, don't make me a mod if you're not going to follow any of the things that I have set in place, you know? Yeah, but other girls won't do what I did. Because the thing is, when he made me a mod, he told me he wanted me to be a troll. and to go against what everybody is saying. And I'm thinking, okay, bet if we're talking about Black history, if we're talking about ICE, if we're talking about anime, I don't mind being the troll. I don't mind being the person that disagrees and has my opinion on things. But when he started talking about dating, I literally sat there confused. That's why if you saw me when you joined, I looked a little puzzled because I was just like, wait, these were not any of the questions that I gave you. Like, this is nothing of what you have ready. I'm so fucking confused. Yeah, it was kind of annoying me, I'm not gonna lie. And he wanted me to sit there for 2 hours? No. No. 2 hours to talk about bullshit. I don't know, when it comes to conversations like that, I don't mind having it with like friends, but to have it among strangers who have like an opinion that I just can't even agree with blows my mind. Yeah, it started to feel like torture. And then as soon as I saw you, Destiny, I said, ah, shit. She finna feel exactly how I'm feeling about this conversation. I was like, she's finna feel exactly how I'm feeling about this conversation. Cause like, I'm ready to go. But I was trying to be like the supportive friend for Rainy.
I did not know what to say.
And be his mod,
knew
but it reached
You
a
love them
point.
so much that you're speechless. That
It
is
reached a
quite
point.
all right. There is no need to thank me. Thank you.
No, so like when I do his content and I always recommend
old
like
dresses
stuff that I know that will
only
get him
2
views,
seasons out of 10.
half the girls he
You
brings
will
on
be
are
the
pretty
star
girls
amongst your
who have very
peers.
small
On your day
minded,
off, when you
just anything. Basically,
would
they just, I
do.
mean, nothing's wrong with having
No, I
your
know
own
you must be
hobbies
eager
and
to
things.
try
Not
it
everybody's
on,
gonna like
but
anime.
please
But like, if
first
we're gonna do
fetch
anime
me my
content,
tea.
choose women who are into that.
I'm
He chose a lot of
exhausted
women
from
who are doing like
sorting through the
beauty,
back of my
who are into
wardrobe.
OF content, like things that they don't care about. They're not gonna watch anime if they do OF content. Half of them don't even care for it. They don't even know what's going on. I don't know. I'm one of those weird people where I'm like, I try to support friends, but it gets to a point. I already texted him before I got off. I said, we need to have a conversation about what you're choosing for content if I'm going to still be around. Because I stopped doing his collabs a while back when it got just a little crazy. And he told me he was going to change his content, but I see he has not. And it sucks too because like I've known Rainy forever, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm trying, like I'm really trying to really support you. And he told me, he was like, yeah, the content's gonna be good. Like he's like, trust me. He was like, this is gonna really bring you views. And I was like, bet, like this is exciting. We get to actually have a real discussion. This is gonna be like something so real. And then when he started with that question, literally not even like 10 minutes in, I was like, wait, Rainy, you told me we weren't even gonna do these stupid dating or like just anything related to stupid controversial shit on TikTok. Like, I don't like that balloon content. The one that popped the balloon, I can't fucking stand it. Or the Jubilee. No, not at all. That's why I cut it off. I'm like so annoyed because like I got all dressed up. I was super excited. I was like, I get to finally have a real conversation about ICE because I've wanted to talk about it with people, and he said we were gonna do that. I should have known when I saw the type of people who were joining. That's not what we were gonna talk about. I should have fucking knew. That's what I get. Yeah, I told him to call me when he's done streaming. That's going to be a very interesting conversation. No, of course. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed because like I want to grow and I want to have a platform here, but the kind of conversations he's having it's meant for a younger audience. And it's like, I'm older now. I want to have adult conversations. You're 20 fucking 8 still creating content for like 18-year-olds. Shit's wild. Shit's wild. Like, he almost tried to get my idea about me having like a podcast called The Real Talk. And I really wanted to really get into like conversations that people are like afraid to talk about. Not dating. No, I'm talking about like Black History Month, ICE, the politics with Trump right now. Like nothing like crazy, but just like simple debates I used to do in high school where we're going somewhere. We're all learning about something. You know? I even brought up fitness questions. Cause like obviously I'm getting more and more into my fitness and getting into prep meals. I just released a cookbook. Like I really wanted to get into that. So I guess I gotta find a different type of people to do that with. It can't be Rainy. I gotta find other people with like-minded views like I do. But see, I've always been that type of person in a group like that. I'll have friends like Rainy, and then like I'm the mature one among all of them. Yeah. Which, I get people come on the internet and they see Rainy's content and they want to escape the world. But we're at a point right now where we can't escape what's happening in the world. Like, I saw this one clip of a guy posting how the world is right now. Like, he did, like, little quotes on, like, it's saying, like, oh, we're in a civil war, or there's so much going on in the world that's bad. But he said, at the end of the day, you can't let the world change your lifestyle. Like, still continue in a positive light and go about your life. And I was like, I hate content like that, because why continue to live your life? And obviously it's a privilege to live the life that we have. There are people who are literally dying every day. And for you to tell people, oh, just live your life, and ignore that there are lives being lost, innocent lives being lost, pisses me off. And that's another one of the questions that I was going to ask in Rainy's little, I don't know what the fuck to even call it, was how do we feel about people making content and not pointing out, like, hey, people are dying out there. Like, I lost literally 1,000 followers on Instagram because I was posting, pro-blackness. I was posting, how I feel about the Israel situation. People were like, why do you post that? Like, we come on here to escape the world. And it's like, why escape when people are dying? Yeah, I'm live on Twitch. I should be live on Twitch. Yeah, I'm live. That's how I'm seeing all you guys' chat. But yeah, I am so sorry y'all had to see that. That was not part of the program. I do appreciate the bits from you, Destiny. I'm mad I missed your stream. I know you were live earlier. I should have just fucking watched your stream. I would have had so much fun just doing that. I don't know, it's just annoying. And like, he has all these goals and dreams with the kind of content he has. And I'm like, what are you going to do when you're like 35, still making content for like 18, 19-year-olds? Now, mind you, I get it. There are some people out there who still do that, like Markiplier, Dashie, and Corey Kinchin. But their content is still wholesome. It still is like rated E for everyone. It's not rage bait. It's just wild to me. I'm gonna see if he messaged me or not. I know he multitasks and look at his phone. He said, hey, why did you leave the stream? We need to talk about the kind of content you're posting, because It doesn't match my audience. It did not align. Exactly. Well, yeah, of course. Because again, like I said, I want to have those real conversations and things. And to answer his question, not that I even care about that conversation, but to answer his question, I think it should be normal that a guy and a female or a man and a female can be friends. I feel like it goes a bit differently when you know the guy likes you, then you were never friends. I learned from all my guy friends currently who are actually friends. They're like, if we're not disgusted by the thought of sleeping with you, then we were never your friend. And I have a current friend now who I call him a friend, but I would never hang out with him as much as I would like because I know he likes me. Because I feel like it will paint a different image if I hang out with him more, and he knows that. Because he still to this day will say, oh, if you were to choose me, I would marry you right now. And I'm like, you can't be saying that because I see you only as a friend. And now it's going to come to a point where I can't even hang out with you now, knowing what I know. Not saying you're going to do anything or make a move, but I just feel like it paints a different picture if I hang out with you and give you time, because you're going to still think you have a chance. Because I know guys who would sit sideline for years for a female and just wait. I have guys currently right now doing that. And I'm like, yo, I can't even consider you a friend if you're just going to wait for me to say, yes, I will date you. But the kind of content I do, and Rady knows this, is mostly gaming, anime, cosplay, going to conventions. Like, I mentioned all those questions, and I told him the type of people he should bring to the panel. There was only, out of that whole panel, I can name 3 girls that I recommended that were there. But I know none of them will be bold enough to do what I did and just leave. Also, Kev, you are a 7-stream streaker, sir. Congrats. But while I have you guys here, I do have my cookbook. So that is something to be actually excited about. Let me see if I can pull it up. That's something I'm actually really excited about. It is live. It is on my, where is it at? Where's my web capture? No, I don't want it to capture that or that. There it is. I'm so excited about this. It's my book, guys. Oh, looking at it makes me emotional. It's so crazy that I actually finished something. But yeah, this is my one accomplishment I am proud of is my baby right here. I know, Kev, you're getting a copy. I believe Supreme Antics is getting a copy as well. I want to turn this into a series. So if anybody, if you're looking for my book, this is how you look it up, because that's what it's called, because I made it a series. And that's how you find it. But, thank you, Destiny. I appreciate you. But yeah, this is what I really wanted to like bring up, was me creating a book that is literally anime inspired. It's literally all anime inspired food. It was so hard to create this because like when I sent it to the editor, she was like, you got to be careful because you're mentioning anime and that's copyrights. And I was like, well, I already put that I am referencing anime. It is not something that I own, so I feel like I should be fine. You said I'm not waiting for the chance for a girl I've been friends with to shoot my shot. Right, facts, Johnny. Let me add that to my list. Appreciate you. When it comes to liking your friends, I'd rather be upfront about it No, facts. I'll admit, I only had one situation where it was a relationship, but it started off as a friendship first. But we've already knew we liked each other. We didn't call each other friends at all. We were just building a friendship to get closer. And then we obviously were like, hey, we clearly know what this is. It's been X amount of years. Let's make this official. And then we were together for like 5 years. Like, I feel like if you tell each other in the beginning you have feelings, but you want to build a rapport with them, then that's different. But if you're like, hey, this is my friend, like you said, boundaries are everything, right? If you say I'm your friend, and if you like me, this is gonna have to end, then that's a boundary that you set. If they don't respect it, then oh well. Like, someone got mad at me when I said, my mom got mad at me when I said I will never be friends with my exes, because she lives in the timeline where it's okay to just talk to your ex. Like, I used to see her all the time get phone calls with her ex and having these conversations, and I was just like, I don't believe someone you slept with or been in the bed for all those years can be your friend, and then you end things, and then you guys think you can be friends. He's a sideliner. I call those sideliners. He's waiting for a chance, and you getting his phone calls and answering them is giving him a chance. Right. It wouldn't be a friendship, it'd be just dating. Right. Pretty much. Basically. I appreciate that. Also, with this book, if you guys see a recipe and you're like, hey, like, I don't want to mess this up, I am taking requests to, like, obviously film content for those recipes. Like, I've already had 2 people mention they want me to create one of the recipes in there that I wish I could show y'all. Can I show y'all? Hold on. Let me go to my... That'd be cool if I can show y'all. Let me see if I can give a sneak peek. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Bet. Let me show the recipe that I'm talking about that everybody wants me to do. Obviously, because they're One Piece fans. But yeah, I don't know what day I want to do it, but there are days where I will use my TikTok, and I want to use that as my panel to have like my little mini podcast before I officially obviously do like a podcast. I'm just trying to figure out what day to do it, because like I gotta find a day where like my normal peeps are off so we can have some convo. What's a recipe people wanted me to do? Ooh, found it. Found it. So this is a recipe that is popular because I showed a sneak peek of it. And if you get the reference, it's Luffy, because this is what he eats in the anime, is the meat on the bone. And I hate that I couldn't find an accurate picture, but basically you would shave this down and almost make like a chicken lollipop. And it's like a huge ass, like, just to think of like a Viking style drumstick. This is like a favorite recipe that everybody likes for sure. But what I like about this, just to give y'all a sneak peek, is the way I did this is for beginners, because every recipe has like stats. It's almost like you're leveling up almost, because obviously I'm a gamer, so I really wanted to give it like a gamer reference, but also intertwine my love for anime. I even gave obviously like the calories, like the macros, if you're into counting your macros. And then I gave a ton of illustrations, because who doesn't like, pictures, obviously. And I made it super, super detailed as I could make it, honestly. And I even intertwined like, learning different terms that I learned in the kitchen, But that's like, I guess this is like a good example of what it looks like, at least. So, just to give y'all a little sneak peek at everything. Let's see if I can I'm gonna find a dessert recipe. But like the freaking chapters, the way I named them is so funny. Trying to find a good one. Ooh. Look, I even teach y'all how to make, because someone requested me to add this, how to make taiyaki. And the name comes from my favorite anime, Evangelion. Because there's a enemy in there called the Lilith Angel. You should get someone to film you cooking these meals. I don't know anyone. That's the problem. So everything that I do by myself. And I feel like filming cooking is actually easier doing it by myself. As much as I would love for it to look professional, I feel like that'll be later down the road. I feel like right now it will be more intimate if I do it myself. I mean intimate not in like a sexual way. I mean intimate in like you guys get to see me in my element in the kitchen. My sister even told me if I wanted a better like kitchen background to go use her kitchen instead of like me being like at home. But yeah, taiyaki's easy if you have the molding. It's easy if you have the molding. But yeah, this will be a sneak peek of my book. I don't want to show too much, but I just wanted to at least show one of the dessert recipes. Actually, let me show you the next one, my favorite one. This one is probably my favorite. I kind of want to make this one on like an actual like film. Because I've made these before at my job and they're so good. So good. But yeah, this is just a little sneak peek of everything. I haven't even shown y'all. There's a ramen chapter. Let me give y'all one of the ramens. Let me give y'all one. I can give one of the ramen pages. Why not? I won't give you everything. I won't give you everything. I'm going to give you the ramen that was inspired by Avatar Last Airbender. If y'all know the reference, the Water Tribe noodles, they were green. So I created a recipe based off that. Which people don't know that the noodles they use are spinach noodles. Of course, girl. I got y'all. But yeah, this is probably my favorite recipe because obviously my love for Avatar Last Airbender. And if people are more into seafood, because I wanted it to, obviously, it's called Aqua Nation, so I wanted it to be very Water Tribe. It's going to be using shrimp and fish. You can use chicken if you want. It's not like forced. Like, I do encourage you when you read my book that get creative. Like, nothing in here is like a rule where I want you to follow the recipe to a T. If you want to use chicken and you don't like fish or shrimp, then use chicken. I completely tell you to, like, freedom. Like, literally do what you want. Make the recipe your own. Because that's what culinary is all about. Like, you could read a recipe, but then if you're like, hey, you know, I would love for this to have more chocolate, or I would love for this to have a bit more protein, do it. It's meant to be like your own thing, your own journey. That's why I put stats so you can keep track of your stats. And then what I like is at the end of each chapter, I do like a notes page so you can like take notes every time you practice a recipe. You can do notes. I thought that was pretty cool. I feel like cookbooks don't do that because like there are people out there, which if I noticed when I first got into cookbooks, it would always piss me off that I couldn't like do like notes in between some chapters because I'm like, damn, you know, I just learned something. I would love to write that down. So I thought that'd be a cool feature to add notes in between each chapter of what you learn. And then I didn't mention this before, but each chapter you earn like a title when you finish or when you feel like you've done a good job. It kind of like encouraging because I wanted it to also be like for kids, but technically speaking, there might be some adult content. I don't know. Maybe not for kids. Maybe for like 16 and up. And I did give some black representation because where is that at in any cookbooks? Yeah, nowhere. Like, I don't know. I think I gotta find where that picture is that I have. I know I put one little chef with like an afro. She's so cute. There she is. Because obviously this is supposed to represent me. So I definitely added some black girl chefs. Of course, to have more diversity, I did add all types of race. But I definitely was trying to pinpoint like, hey, a black girl did this. Everybody would love to eat my food. I feel like this book will be your version of eating my food. To be honest. To be perfectly honest. I do hate that it's $55 though. Because I originally wanted it to be $20, but I learned, which, I mean, you learn when you do business, that publishing costs money. And it costs, I think, $24 to publish and like create my book, which doubles the price to $50. Plus tax, obviously. Oh, yes, girl, when I say this took me 6 months, I mean, I had the recipe, so technically a year. But yeah. Ooh-wee. It was a chore. When I tell you it was a chore. 6 months of me, and mind you, I was working on this book every day. Because, okay, and my OGs know this. Originally, I told everybody I wanted to work on a novel. And I worked on that novel since high school, and I was supposed to originally publish that. But I found myself struggling to finish it, and I was afraid to show it off. So I was like, let me give myself a small project to prove that I can finish and publish something, and maybe that will motivate me to publish a full novel. Because that novel is like 55K plus pages. I do too. That's kind of my hope. I did post it a lot. But you learn too that when like you create something as a creator, you learn who like your real friends are. Cause like I've posted this and people who've known me like longer than like, you know, obviously my viewers have known me, haven't even seen it or even looked at it. It's only been like my smaller group of friends who are like, oh my God, I'm gonna buy your book. Or like obviously like my viewers who eventually buy it too. Which I'm open for criticism, mind you. If you guys see something wrong with this book, please tell me. Cause I've been staring at it for 6 months straight. I wouldn't be surprised if there's minor mistakes. So forgive me. My editor went through it and she said it looked fine. She said everything seemed good. So, I mean, I'm trusting that everything looks good. But if you see something, let me know. I would appreciate that. I take criticism. I don't mind it. Especially being a model, you kind of take criticism. You gotta have to. Ugh, God. I kind of want to play the game now. I need to de-stress from that situation. That was wild. I'm so annoyed with that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry that you guys have to watch that. I'm embarrassed, to be perfectly honest. Wait, I didn't even see what he said. He said, this is the kind of content that I post and what brings me views. I thought if I brought you in as my mod, it would bring you views. But we did not use the questions I asked for. Hence why I left. Let's have a real adult conversation. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I know, I gotta add that to my title. Because you know when people introduce like celebrities, they're like, she's a model, actress, artist. Like just the whole thing. Now I gotta add author. I'm official. I haven't even told my mom, guys. I gotta tell her. She probably won't even give a damn. But I told everybody else. Yeah, I told everybody else. Oh well. What can I do? But if you guys want to stay and continue watching the stream, I'm going to restart it because I made this live based on what I was going to do on Rainy's side of the channel. But now I don't want to do that anymore. So I kind of want to play the game. So now I want to reset it and play the game. Actually, can I? What am I doing? I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know how to use Streamlabs. I think I could change it right now without... Oh, I can! Look at me learning! Oh, shit. I usually be ending the whole stream thinking I can't change anything. I could change it right now. The fork? I think I'm gonna go back to playing Resident Evil because I did have fun playing Resident Evil. I'm not gonna lie. People that watch his content do not care about anime. No, they don't. Like, I did one collab with him, and he told me it was gonna be anime, and I was like, bet, because he only invites me when it's related. So I was like super excited because I was like, bet, finally, like, I'll be involved in something. But then when I saw the girls he invited, all of them looked bored as fork. And I was like, Rainy, you need to start inviting actual anime nerds. You would get so much more views. And he was like, I be trying. And I'm like, no, you don't, because the majority of people that you invite are fucking OF girls. They're literally OF girls. Wait, did it change it for both? Yeah, I think it changed it for both. But see, I wish I could add going live on TikTok. Actually, for my normies, you guys want me to go live on TikTok? For my normies, I can go live on TikTok and we can do a panel. Ooh, we should do our own panel. I'm gonna do that. How about that? Well, I used to be a journalist. Whoa, no one asked you to talk to me. Yes, my video got appealed. Oh my God, sorry. Okay, so I made a video, again, representing that it's Black History Month, and it's this. Can I hear that? So my video almost got taken down because TikTok was like, your video is not eligible for content. And I was still getting views on that video, but people were like saying they couldn't repost it. And then I was like, fork, I need to appeal this video because it's forking with my views. And it just got approved. Now people can repost. I gotta tell them, you can repost. I was like, y'all messing with my views. This is like the perfect reference, you bastards. Cause let me see if I can show y'all on here. Can I do my TikTok on this? So y'all can see the video. I don't know what she's eating, but it's disgusting. Y'all watch this bear while I try to find my channel. There I am. It's this video. Like, they were like, this video is no longer, like, let me go to my story so I can show y'all what it said. This is what it said. This is literally what it said. It was like, video is not eligible for recommendation in the For You feed. If you disagree, appeal it. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna appeal it. Like, what? And this is what it said when you see it. It said ineligible for recommendation. So it was still getting views, but it wasn't pushing it to the For You page. I was flabbergasted. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I think and of course, like, obviously my gym post.
No, you don't.
And by the way, I'm proud, y'all. Not like trying to flash, obviously, my ass on screen, but I'm proud of this. I was a flat cake. Yeah, let me delete this from. Can I delete this? I gotta delete that from my story. Because I'm not finna advertise that shit. Can I delete it? There we go. Delete that from my story, because no. Oh, I gotta go to my. I did it on Instagram too. Nope. Delete. Delete. Anyway, that's his problem. He thinks he's fresh and fit getting all these girls. Well, he fooled about, 300K people. So, like, I've had, and you know what's unfortunate? I've had friends who don't know that I'm cool with Rainy, who will send me Rainy's video and be like, oh my God, look at this video. This video is so funny. And I'm like, look at them like, I know his videos. I comment and I try to support when I can. So, what can I do, you know? What can I do? But let me go live on here. Let's see if we could have a live. Let's do our own shit. How about that? I don't know why my mic just went off. Don't do that, Mike. You gave me a heart attack. Mike done damn near give me a heart attack. Okay, I'm going live on TikTok, so y'all should be able to hear both sides now. It should show, there we go. It should show that I'm live. It should show, there we go. It should. We in this beach. But yeah, we live for real. So if y'all want to join over there, you can. Wham, 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 wham. Back to my intermission. God, I'm so annoyed. I'm beyond annoyed. Let me send it to people. Let me send it to the gang. He's probably at work. I'm gonna send it to all my peeps. All my peeps. Everybody get in here. We have a conversation to be had if we haven't had it already. I need some good vibes after the bullshit that I just went through. I most likely would not be going on any more of his videos. If I do, it'll be anime related. Hopefully he'll take my advice and actually bring anime nerds. Probably not. Probably not. Uzi!
Oh, I'm the first one in class.
Yes, you are the first one in class, girl. Oh my god, do I have some tea for you. So, tonight was supposed to be a really big YouTube collab for me that I was doing with one of my friends. And I thought we were going to have a real conversation. Hey, Calvin. I thought we were going to have a real conversation, talk about ICE, talk about, you know, black politics, black history. Like, I thought we were finna get the real nitty gritty, real talk. Why, when I join and we're talking about like dating, like things I don't really care to talk about at all. Like, he's asking questions to these girls like, would y'all date your guy best friend? Like, controversial topics, not even controversial, just stupid shit that people are into on TikTok. And he invited me, and I'm like, that's not what I'm into. Like, that's just not what I do. So I was like super annoyed. Because I was just like, yo, this is not my thing. This is not what I do. And then lo and behold, I have like my peeps in my comments going, ew, this is gross. And I'm like, fuck, this is so embarrassing. Because this is not... Like, it was very distasteful, some of the stuff that they were saying. Like, the first question, it wasn't that one. The first question was, how do we feel about women creating OF content? And it just got bad because, like, guys were in there talking about how, like, women shouldn't do it. And it was like, why are we controlling what women can and can't do with their bodies? Like, it just got really bad. And, like, I got really quiet and uncomfortable, and I was like, I want to leave, but I want to be, like, a supportive person, but also, like, what I believe in matters more than those views. So I was like, I'm just gonna go. And that's what I did. And then I just decided to just talk about my viewpoint on that, and then I brought up my book and everything else and sneak peeks on my book, and that was more important. So yeah, I'm just a little annoyed. So I was like, let me go on TikTok and revamp the positivity a little bit, because this was so embarrassing. It was so annoying, you know, because
It might have been like, you know, an embarrassing night, but I don't think it's like
No, right, of course. Yeah, but that's just his content, and I should have known better. But like, I was just mad that he didn't do the questions that I wanted to do. I definitely should have been more cautious, for sure.
It's okay. You know, you learn. You know,
Live and learn.
it's fine. It's
Live
fine.
and learn. You know.
What,
Now,
what did they say though?
well, like, mind you, here's what I don't like. I would think at a certain age we can start having like real conversations that people could actually tap into. But like, he's a 28-year-old still talking about like what 19-year-olds like to talk about because that's a majority of his following. And my followers, because I am a little bit more mature and I've been mature since literally like 18. I've always been like a little old lady. The kind of content I do is more so for people who are like my age and up, who are a bit like, okay, like this is like what we like to talk about. This is what we like to do. And, you know, I wasn't surprised when people who were in my comments were confused, like, yo, what is this kind of content? What is this? This is weird. So I was like, this is so bad. But yeah, it got weird because like the guy who was answering the OF question, he was getting very like, I think women shouldn't do that because, you know, what if they want to get in a real relationship, but they already like put their bodies online, and what if that embarrasses their partner? And I mean, I get where he's coming from, but I'm also like, women are gonna do whatever the fuck women want to do. So who cares? And if you love your girlfriend, if that's her past and what she's done, then you're accepting her as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're upset that your girl did OF content, then that's a you thing. That's like okay, well, maybe I shouldn't pursue this woman because I'm uncomfortable that she did OF content. Then move forward. You know, don't try to change her or try to be like, oh, I'm going to shame you because of the shit that you did, when that's you're choosing her as a partner. It's a choice to choose her. You can leave at any point in time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was saying. And although, of course, the girls are in there like, oh my God, like, he shouldn't say that. So it's like causing this uproar. And here I am quiet, and I'm just like, why are we talking about what women can and can't do? And it's like, I want to say that, but Rainey knew not to choose me. He kept choosing the other girls who would bring views because they're obviously getting upset. And he kept choosing everybody but me when it came to those questions, because he knows I'm going to call him out. He knows I'm going to be like, let's have a real conversation here, Rainey. Come on now. And he wasn't picking me because he knew I was going to say something. So, like, I left because I was just like, if you're not going to pick me, if you're not ready to have a real conversation, I'm just going to go. And not to mention, I don't want my viewers to be uncomfortable, so I need to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm uncomfortable and my viewers are uncomfortable, we need to make our exit right now. And I did. And crazy part is those girls are probably feeling the same way, but they're not going to be as bold as I am and leave the conversation. Because, of course, they're like, I want to get views, you know, I want to be seen. But there's other ways to be seen. Like, I have a TikTok where I don't do stuff like that, and I'm being seen for being a nerd. So you don't have to talk about stupid stuff like that to get seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, my rage bait is saying Superman sucks and Batman is better. That's my rage bait. I would rather debate about that than debate about OF and whether to date your guy best friends and how do y'all feel about that. Like, what are we talking about for real? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I gracefully made my exit. Kev, what are you doing? Get your ass up here. Yeah, of course, girl. You know I gotta hold my morals. Morals over views. Like, what? I ain't about that. Especially since I'm tying, like, you know, I'm an author now. I got a book. Like, I don't want to tie in dating content with what I got going on. Like, hell nah. That's just a no. Not happening. But that's just the tea on that. That's what's going on. And everybody in my comments was just like, that's just weird. And I love how one of my gamer girlies was saying, like, boundaries. That's why boundaries is important. Destiny. She also streams on here. She's a gamer. I love her content. She's a badass. But she was also saying, like, that's why boundaries are important.
I get that. It is. It really is.
Yeah, because I was just like, I mean, if you're going to date someone and you want to build a friendship, she was saying, like, that's just dating at that point. Like, you're just building a rapport with them, which, I mean, I agree. But if you knew in the beginning that this person was a friend and you knew they liked you, then you should have been cut that shit off. Now you're just keeping them around for attention at this point, which most girls do that. 90% of girls do that. They'll keep a guy around and they'll know the guy likes them, but then they'll be like, oh, this is just a friend. This is just a homeboy. And it's like, girl, you know, if you said yes to doing X, Y, and Z with said friend, he would do it in a heartbeat. Stop. Because let y'all have a conversation. Like, let's say you're breaking up with a boyfriend and you go to him to have that conversation. I wouldn't be surprised if he like consoles you, but also tries to sleep with you at the same time. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it what it is.
You're right. You're most certainly right about that.
So I was like, let's not even go there. Speaking of random, this is so sidetracked. Have you heard of the show Beauty?
Of course, Beauty and Black.
No. This is a new show. This is a new show called Beauty. It came on FX. It's gruesome. It basically is a very gruesome view on beauty. Like, it's showing people who are super insecure about their bodies and they go to get like a surgery, but their surgery completely transforms them. Like, I'm talking head to toe. They are a completely different person. Like a character, which I don't want to spoil too much, but a character on there who's super chubby, super big. He's of course upset that he's ugly. So he goes to get this surgery and it transforms his whole face. At first, it only transforms his face. So he has like a chiseled jawline, but he's still fat. So he's dissatisfied with the way he looks. And the doctor he goes to is like, oh, we have another level we could take you to. And he said, well, what do I have to do? And basically the doctor brings a woman in to sleep with that guy. And he was like, what does sleeping with me like got to do with anything? But, you know, of course, they still sleep with each other. It still is a whole thing. But he wakes up and he feels sick to his stomach. The girl's already gone. She's done disappeared. She's left him in the bed. But he's like sweaty. He's gross. He's super sickly in the face. And he's like it's just gross. Like, it looks like he's coming down with a common cold. Hours later, why does the fucking screen show a cocoon? Like a really gross, like almost butterfly-like cocoon that he's in. And it shows him rising out of that cocoon and breaking out of it. And he's a completely different person. He's lost weight. The fat's gone. Like, he's completely different. Like, he's not even the same person. And what they didn't tell him was it almost acts like a sexually transmitted like disease, because if he sleeps with other people, the same thing happens to that person. I am talking about the show. Yeah, I'm talking about the show. Yeah, so Vanny, mind you, I wanted originally, because I was looking at different shows besides anime I could do watch parties on, and someone told me Beauty was really good, but they didn't tell me what it was about. So when I went to go watch it, I was like, ooh, this sounds like a very intriguing show that I could do a watch party for. And then it showed that part, and I said, oh, I can't show this on anything because this is not gruesome in like a bloody way, but gruesome in like some people who are snacking. Yeah, it's bad. And mind you, it's funny because like the company who is doing this to these people, they have like a rule where you can't just go around and sleep with people, because the person who doesn't know the rules doesn't know that they're changing people as they're sleeping with, because that's how you transform into like a different beauty version of yourself, is you have to sleep with someone. So the fat guy, who's now obviously handsome and skinny now, he's obviously loving his new body. So what does he do? Obviously he goes sleep with random pretty people. So the company finds out and they're like, y'all need to go get him because he's not following the rules. He's sleeping with people and he's making everybody infected, and their version of infected meaning like he's changing them and he doesn't know he's changing them. So they're like, you need to go get him. You need to go stop him. So the guy picks him up and he's like, I gotta stop you. And he's like, why? What did I do? Like, I'm just like enjoying my new body. It's the way I look. And he was like, well, who have you slept with? Who have you slept with recently? And he was like, why? He said, because she's probably changing. Like right now, we need to go get her. So he was like, what the heck? Like, what is going on? So they go to the girl's house that he slept with, and it's already too late. She's already in the midst of changing. She's already in her little cocoon. And he's like, fuck. Damn. So I accidentally changed her. Whoops. So like I really wanted that would have been a great watch party, but I feel like people will join my live like, what the fork are we watching, Rogue? Ma'am? Is this soft corn? Like what is going on? Like what are we watching? I like the show, but it's not a rated E for everyone type of show, you know what I'm saying? It's not. No.
The substance is given. Oh my god, I
Thank
remember it was like
you.
this. There was a 90s movie that came out, and it was about this.
Is it like Body Snatchers? 'Cause that's what it sounds like.
No. It was a government experiment where it was a crossbreed between a human and an alien.
Oh.
And she ended up growing too fast or something, and then just coming out of a cocoon.
That's giving Body Snatchers, but I think that's Body Snatchers.
No, it's completely different. There's like I think 3-4 movies of that.
Interesting.
Series.
You know, I'm not gonna hold you. I understand. Like to be honest with you, it's like what really gets me about these stories, like mind you, there was a guy who pretty much, you know, what he did was he pretty much raped. You can say he raped this woman, and he got in like the woman managed to get away, but she was still she got you know what. But as she managed to get away, I believe I don't know how this happened, but yeah, homeboy became unconscious, and as he became unconscious, what he did, he woke up in a hospital. And as he woke up in a hospital, guess who his doctor is? The guy's, the woman's father. That's her father. He's a doctor, and guess what he does? Oh no, he doesn't pew or nothing like that.
Oh, I was like, ooh. Hold that thought.
What he does, he automatically performs surgery on the man, and let's just say that man transitioned to another team.
Oh.
Meaning, of course, he automatically, removed all his, stuff and whatnot and gave him, everything a woman has. And guess what he did? He pretty much showed him, like, guess what? She couldn't get up. She couldn't get up at all. She was just standing there. His mouth was shut. You know what I mean? No, like his mouth was shut, and it wasn't stitched shut. It was like, you might as well say he put something within his, like, his cheekbones or something that'll make him, stop him from screaming or whatever. So he was just standing there, of course, with an expression. He could barely make an expression. And when I tell you what he did exactly what he put, what homeboy did to his daughter, but 1,000,000,000 times worse. He said, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna experience what it's like to actually deal with that. I'm like,
oh shit.
wow. So homeboy, and what's crazy was that homeboy was like, he couldn't move. He was like, I said,
Dang.
it's like you reap what you sow.
You do reap what you show. Damn.
I said, just think about it. Of course, your own, like, you know what, the guy who, like, great and stuff like that. Your father ended up being a doctor, and he turned him, of course, into like a she. So that way, that person right there can experience what women go through.
He was like, oh, you gonna do bad? Bet. I got you. You finna get it now, fool.
So I have a question for you. What's the most disturbing story that y'all actually heard, like watched actually?
Disturbing?
Very.
I have
So disturbing to where you just couldn't watch it. You're like, yeah, I've seen it once. I'm not gonna.
I have too many, but let me see if I can talk about this one without getting banned. Okay, the one that I know of, and of course it's on Tubi. Have y'all ever gone down a Tubi rabbit hole? Because when I tell you, I went down an accidentally Tubi rabbit hole, and it wasn't even on purpose. I was watching one movie, and you know how when you watch a movie, it automatically plays another movie? That's what happened. I was watching The Shining, and again, y'all know The Shining. But then I was like, let me see what happens when Tubi recommends me another movie if I just let it continue. So, oh yeah, Species, that's what that was called. Sorry, sidetracked. I got sidetracked. So I let it play the next movie, and it would look like a little indie movie, like nothing you've never even seen. And it started off with a little boy discovering that his older brother is Xing people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a serial dunzo to people, when I tell you. He was excommunicado black women. That was the premise. That was the first 10 minutes. He was like narrating. He was like, so this will be the day that I discovered my brother is just excommunicado people. He said, so I go in his closet and I see that he always has a new bag. And I one day went in that new bag and I found the head of a black woman. And he keeps it for a while. And then he goes back and it went down. It just kept getting worse. And I was just like, so does someone discover this eventually? What happens? And then the story continues, and the little boy brings a friend over to scare his friend, because the friend he brings over is a bully. So he brings the bully over and he goes, if you fuck with me, my brother is going to like end your life. And I'm like, yo, what is this movie? It keeps getting worse. And then the brother discovers that his little brother finds out he's doing this to people, and he's threatening him like, oh, you better not tell anyone. Like, I will do this to you. Like, if you talk about it, I'm gonna do this to you. And I'm like, yo, is this gonna have a happy ending? Like, does he get caught? Like, why does this keep getting worse? Why is he doing this to black women? Like, who made this movie and said it was okay to put it on Tubi? The palm colored is correct. I was like, yo, what am I watching right now? And it just kept getting worse, and it got to the point where towards the end, of course, he finally gets caught, but who catches him is the parents. So the dude ends up killing his parents. And I'm like, yo, no happy ending at all, right? His brother did, obviously, but like, I mean, the parents eventually caught him, but like, it was just stupid. It was so stupid. It was like, yo, like, what is happening? Like, he gets caught, and then he basically gets upset at the brother because it's like, oh my god, you snitched on me, bro. Like, how could you? And I'm like, what? The fact that you were doing this for so long. Do your parents not go in your room and smell your room? Your room must have smelled like rancid with that being in your closet. Like, I don't understand. And I'm not surprised because the palm colored people, not to even sound racist as I say that, I've witnessed this in person. I went to the Pew Pew store to get my Pew Pew cleaned. And, yeah, no, I need to learn how to clean it myself, like you said. But I went there just to get it cleaned. Why am I seeing this palm colored mother telling her 17-year-old, pick whatever you want. I'll let you get whatever, Pew Pew you want, just pick one. Why does he pick an AR? What are you gonna do with that at 17? He was like, Mom, I want this AR. I want this. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, baby. She's like, get whatever you want. I'm like, this is why we have the problems. This is why we have the problems. This is why we have those problems with these kids. Because why are you buying a 17-year-old for Christmas? Multiple artillery. What is he planning to do with that?
Target practice.
Get the fork out of here, Nick. I heard you keep saying school. He says school. Not this. Someone on my freaking YouTube says Skippity Toilet Riz Ohio Fortnite. What are you talking about? What are you even telling me right now?
Have you ever seen a movie called Mimic?
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard about it. My brother watched it. He told me. Yeah, big ass cockroaches eating you and turn you into other cockroaches. Like, ugh.
See if y'all watch. Oh, hold up. Y'all do. I just speak, man.
You're looking for TikTok live posts? I will definitely look into that. I appreciate you for looking. Hopefully you're not a bot. I hope you're not a bot, but I'll DM you. If there's money in that, I'll do it, but you better not be a bot. I've had too many people who would tell me that and then they're bots.
One or two.
One or two what?
Cupcakes. Too often.
Are we back on the cupcakes? Actually, you're gonna be mad at me today. I did not eat enough today. I didn't even go to, I haven't been to the gym in 2 days because I needed to rest. But yeah, I did not eat enough today. I think I ate less today. I think I had like cookies. I had cookies. My mom made homemade apple juice, which was slapping. Oh my god, it was good. I am never buying apple juice again. That shit was delicious. You don't do scary movies, Lamantics. That's why you a wimp for real. Let me stop. He might come for me. Let me stop.
The Wicked or the Evil Station Master is the scariest movie I've ever watched.
Really?
I can understand like where he's coming from, low key, because like scary horror movies, like scary movies are very fun to watch, really entertaining, especially the story. But it's like when you get on like a spiritual level or whatever, like for example, Christian wise, you end up noticing like the stuff that you watch does come with.
Well, I would say there will be a couple of things that I watch, and if I feel in my spirit it's a little off, then I'll stop watching it. You know what I mean? Cause like if you feel something, that's your ancestors being like, bitch, what are you doing? Stop watching this shit. Stop watching it.
Like I'm pretty much for low key, holding on to my cross, my necklace, or my cross necklace, like just watching Sinners. I said, this right here is kind of like a good movie, but damn.
Mantix, I'm muting you because there's echo. Yeah, there you go, buddy. I don't know why there's an echo. I don't know if you are in your car, but if that's what I sound like, I don't like it for real. But go ahead and talk your shit, Lamantics. You must be in your car or something. He's in his car. What you doing over there, buddy? You skydiving?
He felt so far away. You skydiving? Oh, good. You're not the only one. Kenny, what the hell?
I don't like how I sound. I don't like how I sound. I don't like it at all. Yeah. Are y'all trying to make me sound bad? Is that it? Is that the whole thing? Is that it?
This the movie I'm talking about. You should watch. This shit scared the crap out of me.
Man, you talking to someone who watches horror movies since she was like 5. Just stopping by. Hello, good night.
If you watch this, it's gonna scare the crap out of you. What really scares Station Master used to stitch people up from the inside while they're alive. Oh wow. Cut them open and stitch.
Thank you, Quan. Quan John. The Jester.
We know. We're aware. I'm gonna let you know right now. Actually, here's the thing. I have actually had like an interesting encounter. Okay, so like, wait, you've seen y'all seen like American Horror Story, right? Like Coven.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and I was in Cali. I was at Walmart. Of course, you'll see anybody there. Mind you, there was this tall black, he was bald man, and he was wearing glasses too. This accent sounded familiar. He sounded like as if he was from another country. He had to be. I said, excuse me, but it was like a weird essence I kept feeling, because he was like, he was pretty much in line with me. He was behind me, and I was on aisle 4. I'm like, wait, I'm just sitting here wondering, like, why do I feel like I know this person? told you, I said, have you played off of any projects, any scary projects? He says, yes, I have. I said, right. Have you ever played off, like, I said, can you tell me which one? I may know them. He says, well, you know American Horror Story, right? Yeah. Coven? Yeah. I'm the one that played Papa Legba.
What?
I said, huh? I said, wait, that's you?
No way.
He just said himself, though. He just said himself, which is kind of weird because Papa Legba, that's not the proper Papa Legba, of course, that you use. It's very different than what they show you on American Horror Story. Very, very different. That guy, of course, he said that, like, he said he played Papa Legba, like, you know, on American Horror Story in that way, but he said that, like, you know, type of, like, you know, demonic, you know, soul, like, across the land, across the roads type of, like, you know, image deity that he was playing. He said that right there was somebody else. That was like another New Orleans.
He said, I went into a whole nother realm, he said.
A New Orleans tale.
That's the reason why I will never go visit New Orleans.
No, but his thing was, he was in California.
I had a good time in New Orleans. What are you talking about, bro?
I have the ability to see things that are not there. I'm not going down there.